Majid, please introduce your band to us. How about a nice round of applause? Thank you, Michael Howard. Majid.
Thank you so much.
Young, the future of the music.
Thank you
Majid.
so much. Thank you so much.
They will be,
Thank you.
maybe one day they'll be at the Prospect Park Zoo.
Appreciate it.
Introduce your band members, please.
All right, we have Con and Pappas on the keys. Give them a round, please. Give them a round. We've got Ian Baguette on the bass. Sorry about that, on the bass. Not to mistake by Norman, the executioner, on the drums. Norman Edwards. Give him a round. Give him a round. Norman Edwards. My name is Majid Khalik. Thank you so much for being with us. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Majid. Thank you.
Okay, as Jeff King told me, jazz is an improv music and we are a jazz organization, so I'm gonna give you a little rundown what's gonna happen in the next 20 minutes. That was our cultural presentation. One more time for the future of the music, Majid. Thank you, Michael Howard. And now, we're gonna have a little sermon from Central Brooklyn's jazz poet, Mr. Harold Valley. We're gonna ask him to break in the jazz season here in Central Brooklyn. Put your hands together, please. From Jazz 966, the keeper of the secrets, Central Brooklyn Jazz board member, Mr. Harold Valley. Harold.
Okay, thank you.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Thank you. Testing, testing. Thank you very much for that very fine introduction. And of course, we stand for the best. The best. And what is the best? The best is jazz. This morning, we are experiencing a spiritual interaction created by the Great Spirit and interpreted by these enlightened musical messengers who have been performing so wonderfully for us. Now, listen up. They have taken the vibrant energy of our sun, like the upper layers of the Earth's atmosphere, have changed this energy into a light, a musical light, making it possible for us to see the many obstacles in our way as we journey down the path of life. We haven't been inspired by this wonderful, wonderful music. We'll endeavor to treat one another as we would want to be treated. We will endeavor to help one another so we, as a group, can rise to the heights of success and be in control of our destinies now and forevermore. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you, it was in 1999 that an inspired group of jazz performers plus aficionados came together like birds of a feather and agreed that it was time to consolidate, to perpetuate the legacy of the creators of jazz music. As a result, the Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium was born. As the saying goes, these associates said in unison that they have paid their dues and were most qualified to really know the meaning of the blues. Musical greats who live or who have lived in Brooklyn were sought out and beyond the shadow of a doubt deserve to be recognized for their role in keeping alive the soul of America's classical music known as jazz. Can you dig it? So remember the name of CBJC, the creators of the Brooklyn Jazz Hall of Fame, whose motto is to pay tribute to those sung and unsung musical heroes plus sheroes of the present and also the past. So their contributions will forever last in our hearts and minds. Flow with the music is what those in the know do lovingly say day after day about jazz. Through trial and tribulation, this very unique form of expression has survived since being created and is still a dynamite sensation. Hip people in this nation and worldwide immensely enjoy the new and old profound arrangements that have been and is continuously being led down. What a most splendid and beautiful sound, played by those such as Bob Cunningham, who studied and practiced diligently day and night in order that their soulful offerings would be just right. Let's go from Chick Webb to Max Roach, from Duke Ellington to Charles Mingus, Bessie Smith to Ella Fitzgerald, from Fats Waller to Thelonious Monk, from Roy Eldridge to Kenny Durham, to Billie Holiday to Sarah Vaughan, from Scott Joplin to Bud Powell, from the Hawk, Coleman Hawkins to Sonny Rollins, Buddy Bolden to Dizzy Gillespie, Sidney Bechet to Yardbird Charlie Parker, Mary Lou Williams to Hazel Scott, and Louis Armstrong to Miles Davis. These greats all astonishingly performed in different styles, but each was quite appealing to hear year after year, which gives one that 100% genuine good feeling that jazz is indeed what every positive thinking person does need, regardless of one's age and stage in life. So, good people who are gathered here this morning, please spread the word that what you have heard is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And these are some of the Jazz Hall of Famers, just to mention a few. Ulysses Slaughter, Mary Lou Williams, Hazel Scott, Kenny Durham, Art Blakey, U.B. Blake, G.G. Grice, Ernie Henry, Betty Roche, Cal Massey, C. Scobie Stroman, Ahmed Abdul Malik, Carmen McRae, Betty Carter, Noel Punter, Clifton Small, Chief Bay, Roland Alexander, and last but not least, Bill Lee and Herbie Mann, Brooklyn Jazz Hall of Famers. Peace.
Yeah, Brother Harold Valley. Harold Valley. Thank you, Harold Valley. You know, at this time, as we move along in our program, we're going to invite someone up to the podium to greet us to Borough Hall. And as he gives his greetings, we'd like him to know that we are turning this into a jazz community. He told us that he wants Borough Hall to be a place that the people can convene and call their home. So we're going to participate with him in changing some of these pictures and putting some of our icons of jazz, Herbie Mann, Max Roach, Betty Carter, etc. So we have some ideas too, brother. Borough President Eric L. Adams. So please help me bring this stage, give greetings and welcomes as we break in the Central Brooklyn Jazz Festival. Eric L. Adams, our Brooklyn Borough President. Eric L. Adams.
Good to see Bob. You know, you always know spring is on the way when Bob Myers come into Borough Hall and bring forward the Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium. This is a great event where jazz lives, and you know, it allows us to see legends like my brother Sam Penn in the house. And it's an exciting time of year where we bring the energy and spirit of jazz to Brooklyn. This year we're going to have over 50 events of various locations throughout the borough where people are able to enjoy the spirit and energy of jazz. April is considered is nationally known as Jazz Appreciation Month by the Smithsonian, but long before the Smithsonian appreciated jazz, Brooklyn was appreciating jazz. All through the various communities, we had live jazz. One of the great places where you were able to experience live jazz music was in the Fort Greene Senior Citizen Center. Some of the great places in small locales where jazz lives and continues to grow in the borough of Brooklyn. So we are excited about this year's event, and we also want to give a proclamation to Bob Cunningham. You know, come on up, Bob. and I'll read it. Whereas on behalf of all Brooklynites, I salute Bob Cunningham, a resident of Brooklyn for over a half of a century, who's a jazz bassist and member of the Brooklyn Jazz Hall of Fame. I applaud his ability to collaborate on the development of the Brooklyn Jazz Shrine Jazz 966 and the Jazzy Jazz Festival, which is now held at Medgar Evers College. I commend Bob Cunningham for being musically affiliated with performing and recording artists in his genre, including jazz great Freddie Hubbard, brothers Surrey and Frank Foster. I want to thank Bob for all he has done to bring the energy and spirit of jazz to the borough of Brooklyn and making Brooklyn one Brooklyn. Bob, thank you and congratulations to you. You have a portable mic?
Thank you so very, very much. It's a blessing to be here. It's a blessing to be anywhere. And be somewhere. But praise the Lord, I'm here with all us lovely people. It's been a nice journey getting here, and I want to keep on stepping and appreciating the energy and love that has brought me thus far. And look forward to the energy and love that will continue. And I have to mention Terry and Carter, because he's extremely it might be here, and I was rather hesitant at the outset, but once I got my fingers wet and stuck my fingers in the sweet potato pie, I couldn't resist. And so it's been an ongoing love, and it's been a blessing. And thanks for coming out. May God be as good to you as she's been to me.
We also have an event that we're going to participate in, the International Jazz Day at Brooklyn Borough Hall. Why don't you tell us about it, okay?
We're absolutely thrilled that the Borough President has decided to let us have our own celebration of International Jazz Day, and we will do it. We will air it on April 30th, and everybody is invited. And we'd love to see you all, and we can't wait. And we're really excited about the whole month. So please, everybody participate. Thank you.
Okay, so this is going to be posted. Okay. All right, great. So again, we are extremely excited about bringing jazz to Brooklyn, and the list of all the different venues will be posted. So those who come in, not only for visitors to the borough, but those who live in the borough will be able to find local jazz throughout the various venues. We have 50+ venues open to families, to young people. We really want to introduce young people to this great genre of music, and Brooklyn is a place where they can enjoy good live jazz. And so we can't thank the consortium enough for each year. This is the 16th year of putting on this great event, and we're looking forward to 16 more years of putting it on. So thank you, Bob. Bob, turn it back over to you.
No, hold it. Here's one of our venues right here.
Okay.
Welcome Denise McCormick, please.
Okay.
Good to see you.
All right, Denise is going to come from Prospect Park Zoo. Samba with the sea lion, right?
You bet, you bet.
There you go, Denise.
That's this Saturday, Eric.
This Saturday, you know, jazz is in Brooklyn, and Brooklyn is a borough of so many cultures. We're going to bring a little of Brazil to you on Saturday with Samba New York, Brazilian percussion band, with some unusual dancers. Our California Sea Lions are going to be joining the Brazilian samba dancers. You got to come out and see it. It's a wonderful event, and it's a family-friendly event. You're going to learn how to samba, enjoy the zoo, and we're thrilled to be part of the Central Brooklyn Consortium's jazz event and kick off this great series of events for jazz.
That's right, Denise. Thank you, Denise. Yes. And we also have brief greetings from the office of the Speaker of the New York City Council by way of our Brooklyn liaison. Help us bring to no stranger to jazz in Brooklyn, Mr. Felix Palacios, representing Melissa Margaritos. Felix Palacios.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Felix Palacios. I'm from the office of New York City Council Speaker Melissa Margaritos. And on behalf of the Speaker, I bring you all greetings and blessings. I want to thank everyone here, Borough President, the people from the consortium, and everyone who's involved in this, you know. Brooklyn is a central space for everything. And so, you know, being the center of America, it should be where one of the hippest jazz festivals are, because jazz is American music. Simple, you know. And so, you know, it's a pleasure to be here and to be a part of it. And I try to be here every year because, I mean, there's so much great music that goes on. And interestingly enough, you know, factoid, April is also Poetry Month. And you know, what is more musical poetry than the great American music of jazz? You know, that once again, that's a given. So once again, on behalf of Speaker Melissa Margaritos and everyone here, I wish you all a wonderful festival. I wish you some serious swing over the month of April, and many blessings. Thank you.
And also, you know, it's hard this is a grassroots organization, so our outreach is hard for us to get the word out, but we rely on people such as you, our legislative leaders, and our community partners, and one of them happens to be here, and this organization doesn't need any introduction, started by the great Dr. Billy Taylor. Please help me welcome to the podium to say a couple words on behalf of Jazzmobile, the executive director, Robin Bell Stevens. Robin. Jazzmobile, Robin Bell Stevens.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Okay, thank you. I'm waiting for my little call and response, because you know that's what we do in jazz, right? Well, I am so happy to be here. Let me just get out of the way first that yes, I live in Manhattan. Yes, Jazzmobile is in Harlem. But my first apartment when I left my parents' home was 137 Vanderbilt Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. So I feel connected to Brooklyn that way. Not to mention that you have an absolutely stellar, brilliant, fabulous Borough President in Eric Adams. I've known him a long time. We were out in the trenches together on a couple of campaigns. So it's an honor to be here in his house. So Jazzmobile, as you all know, has been around for 50 years, founded by Billy Taylor, and we are absolutely thrilled that have been invited to be here today to celebrate National Jazz Month, and as you also may have already heard, International Jazz Day, which is coming up on April 30th. But today is important to me because we, Jazzmobile, we have been presenting our free concerts and through Summerfest for a very long time, and we are hoping to bring more concerts back to Brooklyn, and we're happy to announce that we will be at the Brooklyn Bridge Park this summer, and we're very happy to be bringing Mr. Bobby Sanabria. So please, you know, be sure to go to our website and get more details on that. But my personal connection to the music, I'm very fortunate in that my father, much like Mr. Cunningham here, was a bass player, and he played in the Billy Taylor Trio, and then he played in the Duke Ellington Orchestra. I personally, could not play an instrument, could not sing, but my late father always used to say to me, everybody can sing. Not everybody can sing well, that would be you, but don't let it stop you from singing and swinging. So all the best, and please keep swinging. Thank you.
Listen, right now, if you would indulge us, while we have our borough president, he has a tight schedule today. We're glad he came. So we'll invite the members of the Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium, please, to stand behind our borough president, Eric Adams. Clarence Mosley and the Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium, will you join me at the podium right now?
How you want to do it? You want to do it?
Yes, yeah, where'd you sit back?
How are you? Come on.
Oh, at this time, we'd like to bring up our musical director. Can I have a little silence, please? Just give me 5 more minutes of your time, undivided time, please. Thank you. Thank you, Stefan. Please help me bring to the podium who's going to do a breakdown of some of the events coming up for this 16th annual Central Brooklyn Jazz Festival. Jeff King, musical director, Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium. Do that first.
Thank you. It's it's an honor to be part of this organization. It's an honor to be the artistic or musical director. One of the things that we decided this year was, or not this year, but that music is a healing force. We all know that. And so because of the fighting that we have going on with the New York Police Department and the community, we decided to use jazz for unity as a healing force. Not as a town hall meeting, not to you say this and we counter with this, just so that we can all interact with the music together. We have the New York Police Department Big Band is going to play, and that's a breakthrough right there. We have Brandon Sanders. We have the North Carolina Central State Jazz Ensemble is going to play. We have Dwight Brewster, Brandon Sanders. We're going to try to enlist Majid and have them play on the 24th, if it's possible. And so it's free to the public, and we want everybody to come out and just hang out and listen to some music where jazz lives. We also have this Friday at 9:66, we have another celebration for Mr. Cunningham, and we want you all to come out there and dance a little and swing a little. I think the name of the band is called the Jeff King Band. They're going to be playing. So come on out and enjoy yourself. Please, if you want to get involved in this festival, contact us. Just call us. Our cards are here. Our website is www.cbjcjazz.org. Go to the website. You'll see how to contact us. If you have an event anywhere in New York, we'll make you part of the Brooklyn Jazz Festival in April. It goes from April 17th this year to May 17th. So please come out and enjoy yourselves. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. On April 23rd at the Milk River Cafe, we have one of our own, Mr. Steve Cromedy. He's going to be performing, and Steve has a great new album out. I think he got about 25 copies there with him right now to sell. But it's a very good album with Patience Higgins, his nephew Eric Wyatt, Anthony Wanzi, Marcus Persiani. It's a great album if you haven't heard it. A lot of the country has, all right? And Kenyatta Beasley, all right? So come on out on April 23rd to the Milk River Cafe. What's the cost to get in? And just say that you know Steve. All right, thank you very much, Mr. Bob.
Bessie Edwards. We're going to bring Bessie Edwards to the podium. One of our flagship events will be coming up this weekend. Is Bessie anywhere around? Bessie Edwards. Please help me bring to the podium Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium Treasurer Bessie Edwards to talk about this Saturday, April 18th. Bessie Edwards.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is really was inspiring gathering here today, because a lot of times we put our energies and efforts and we don't always get the response that we want. However, Saturday, we're going to have Jazz the Women's Viewpoint. And Rosalind Blair, one of our early members, initiated this program, so it's always done in her memory. And this year we're going to be talking about, we have a panel of musicians and music professionals, and this year our focus is going to be on mentorship. So we have 3 mentors and 3 mentees. And following that, we're going to have performances by Talivu Cumberbatch and her band, and then each one of the panelists are going to perform. So we've turned a panel discussion into a jazz concert. So we really would like for you to be there. It starts at 1 o'clock, and it's going to be at Brooklyn Restoration, Bed-Stuy Restoration, from 1 to 4. You don't need anything to come. All you have to do is just show up. We ask for a $10 donation. It's voluntary, but we would love to see you all there. And tell all of your constituents. Thank you.
Thank you, Bessie Edwards. Okay, we're going to close out the program. Before we do, we're going to invite up the chairman of the Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium to say briefly, encourage everybody, if you're not encouraged already by the words you heard, to come out for these 50 events over the next month. Well, 6 weeks, I should say now. Month of the Brooklyn Jazz Festival. So help me bring to the podium to take us home Clarence Mosley, Jr., Chairman, Central Brooklyn Jazz Consortium. Clarence, can you give us a couple of brief words?
Thank you, Bob. First, I'd like to thank Eric Adams, Borough Hall, for opening this event up. And I just want to congratulate Bob Cunningham, once again, a great musician, a great supporter of the arts. Congratulations, Bob. This is our 16th festival, and we're really on the shoulders of a lot of visionaries that started this in 1999, and we've come a long way. So I just want to thank all the members and board members of Central Brooklyn Jazz that helped put this event together, and let's make sure we support the musicians, support the venues in this, our 16th annual festival. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Clarence. So there's information on the table. Please take up one. We have an address books. Please sign our email list. And we'll see you this Saturday at Jazz 966 as we open up the 16th annual Central Brooklyn Jazz. And Bob Cunningham, we'll see you Friday night, God willing. Thank you, Bob Cunningham. Brooklyn Jazz Hall of Fame member Bob Cunningham. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Bye. Good night.